All right, well, it looks like we're doing another one. Episode 5. I really wasn't sure if I was going to do another one of these, but here we go. Let's hang out, making it relatable, trying to make what's going on in my life somehow relatable to whatever's going on in your life. That's really the goal of this. And I have no clue if I'm accomplishing that in anything that goes on in these videos, but we're going to try anyways. We're just going to see what happens. Wearing, of course, my Chuck's Roadhouse shirt. I used to bartend at Chuck's Roadhouse a while ago, and it didn't end well. Let's just say that. It really didn't end well at all. I didn't get along with the owners. I didn't really like how they were doing things. They really weren't doing things, in my opinion, in a way that was conducive to building a great business. But what do I know? I'd only been in the business for 16, 17, 18 years by that point. Ran a couple restaurants on my own. But what do I know? What do I know, right? And it was their first restaurant. But what do I know? Try to help them out, but what do I know? I don't know anything, I guess. That's what I was told, that I don't know anything. So it's fine. It's okay though. And that's when I just decided to leave and I didn't look back. That was right before COVID too, when all the restaurants ended up closing down. I was really happy to know that they were not going to be having a very easy time able to keep business going. Well, they weren't going to have an easy time keeping business going anyways with the way that they were doing things, even if COVID never happened. But in any case, here I am talking to you. I got 4 views. And I have to admit, there's a good chance that all those views were my views. I don't even know if one of those views was anybody else that viewed. I don't even know at this point. I know absolutely nothing about YouTube. I really, besides watching it, I know absolutely nothing at all about YouTube. I don't have any idea how to check. I think there's a way to check to see if, like, who's viewed it from where and how long they view the videos for. But at this point, I don't really care. I don't even really care. I don't, because I am willing to come to the realization that there's a good chance that each and every episode that I do, that I will never do another one. That this is the last episode. I'm very convinced of that. And hey, who knows? I might do 200 episodes and 3 or 4 million episodes. Each and every episode, I am going to be very convinced it's the last one. This is going to be the only episode, well, the last episode that I ever do. And this is the 5th one. I'm even surprised that I did 5. I shouldn't say that, because when I first started, I really thought I was going to be able to keep to doing one every single day. And then I was going to do that at least for a month and then see what happens. But I got demotivated after a few days. I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. And here I am trying again. This isn't still not going to do it every day. I'm just going to post up whenever I feel like it. At this point, I'm just going to post up whenever I feel like it. I know some people, they time their posts, and they're really sophisticated with how they put together their channels. I have no clue what I'm doing, and I'm way too unmotivated to even figure it out. I don't even care. I don't even care to figure it out. Maybe in the future, I'm going to want to figure out exactly how to advertise my channel and how to make sure that I'm engaging with an audience, if I even have an audience ever, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's quite likely I'll never have an audience. In fact, if I have even one person viewing this video up until this point, to me, that's amazing. To me, that's a win, because I think that it's highly likely that that won't even happen, that nobody is viewing this except for me. Except for me. I'm going to be the only one just to view just, even I didn't even watch the whole episode back. I just watch a little bit, just to make sure the audio looks decent and the camera angle. Well, not that the camera angle ever changes. The camera angle is always going to be the same. Maybe in the future, unless this is the last. This could be the last episode. So I'm saying the future as if there's going to be another episode. In all likelihood, there won't be any other episodes because I'll just continue to be unmotivated and not feel like putting together another episode. But for now, here I am. I don't even know why. I don't know why. I think there's part of me that likes, well, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say there is a part of me. And not that I think, I know that there's a big part of me that would like to have a nice YouTube channel and relate to people and build a community. I would love to be able to do that. But at the same time, I think it's highly unlikely. It's never going to happen. And if I even get like one subscriber from all of this that doesn't just subscribe, but actually like leaves comments and likes the videos and communicates with me, I think that'd be amazing. That'd be unbelievably amazing. But I really don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I think that if I do more episodes, if I do more videos, that, you know, maybe I'll get somebody that kind of clicks on the video by mistake or runs by and goes like, okay, I'll watch like a minute of this. And no, this is pretty boring and lame. And who is this guy? And won't even care about watching more than maybe not even a minute. I think if somebody lasts a minute, that in itself would be also amazing. So if you're here watching this, thank you. Thank you for doing that. I don't even know how I kept your attention up until this point, but if I did, awesome. I think that's wicked. And if you decide to subscribe, cool. If you decide to like the video and share it, awesome. I'm not going to ask anybody to. I don't think I'm ever going to have, you know what? I'm going to decide right now that I'm never going to have, if this ever becomes something, I'll never ask anybody. I'll never do that thing where you ask somebody to subscribe and like and do and share. No, don't. You know what? Don't like, don't subscribe, don't share it. Or do. Either way, whatever. It's fine. I'm doing this just because in my mind, I think that there's some sort of chance that I'll build a community or I'll even just get one subscriber. I think there's some sort of chance that that could actually happen. And, you know, my father thinks I'm a big dreamer. He really does. And this to me, because I've got his voice in the back of my head, his voice is going like, oh, you're just dreaming. You're going to build a community. Oh, you're just a dreamer. And as the years go by, his voice gets stronger and stronger. I find it doesn't get weaker. It's weird. It gets stronger. And I get less motivated to want to try to build things. I've always wanted to try to build something ever since I was a kid. At first, when I was 14, I wanted to, you know, be a rock star, be a performing artist, be a creator of music. And I fought my parents hard on that I would do that. More my father. Because he didn't believe that I would ever amount to anything with it. And, you know, it's amazing actually that considering that I made it as far as I did in the music industry. Not that I made it all that far, but you know, I did, I think a lot more than a lot of people that try to set out. It's hard. It's hard. Maybe, and I believe also that was the driving force. That was definitely the driving force for me to want to do it. Because the more that my father said I couldn't, the more I wanted to prove him wrong that I could. And now, though, when he says, you know, you're not gonna be able to do this, you're not gonna be able to do that, and when I set the bar like super low, when the bar is set like super ridiculously low, then he's like, okay, sure, yeah, do that, which is so surprising to me. That's really surprising. Like I got offered this job. I was just been applying for jobs over the last like few months, and I got offered this job that paid like barely enough to be able to make it by, barely enough. And I'd have to give up everything else I'm currently doing. It just doesn't make any sense. And I told him that. He's like, well, it'd be a good start. And he's like trying to convince me to do it, which is so surprising to me. Like, really? That you think it'd be good for me to do a job like that where I'd barely be making enough to get by in life and I wouldn't even be happy doing it, but I should just do it anyways? To me, that's very strange. It's a very strange outlook. I don't understand that outlook. I don't get it. I really don't. I can't have that outlook. I always want to figure out a way to bring more happiness into my life, more joy, more pleasure. Um, Life is short. I don't know how many more minutes I'm going to even live. So I want to make, you know, as much of my life as I can, as comfortable as I can, as joyful as I can, as exciting as I can. But lately, I haven't been very good at doing that. Lately, I haven't been very good. I would say eh, it's been a lot more downs and ups over the last year. That's for sure. Um, Started with definitely things going very south, very left with the girl I was seeing at the time. We bought a condo together, and my goodness, was that ever a mistake? Jeez. I actually should have noticed a long time ago that that was a mistake. I remember the first time she snapped at me because I was also going through like a rough time when I met her, and every day I was like really stressed out. And granted, that would have been tough to see me go through, but she just like one day she just snapped. She just lost it on me, and basically threatened that if I didn't change the way I was the way that I was, my attitude, that she was gonna just get up and go. And I should have been like, you know what, no problem. If that's how it's gonna be, then you should go. But I actually did a in that moment. I was like, you know what, I'd rather just change my attitude. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that. I changed my attitude. I did a complete 180 just to make the relationship work. And I don't believe I should have done that because I don't think she truly appreciated that ever. If she would have appreciated that, if she would have recognized that I did that, that would have been different. But she definitely didn't appreciate that. She definitely just took it for granted. Um, and just kept giving me a hard time about stupid things, like really, really, really insignificant things. And my tolerance level at this point, since dealing with her, from dealing with her, my tolerance level with anybody on an intimate level is very low, very, very, very low. I just don't have any tolerance at all. Not even low. I think at this point I have zero tolerance, zero. Um, what's really interesting is I did meet somebody. I did meet this one girl really recently, and she's super sweet, super, super, super sweet. Like personality, exactly the personality that I would want to have in a partner. But there's a lot that's not there that um, it sucks. There's a lot that's not there that I wish was. Um, and the personality is not enough. It's just not. I hate to say it. I need more than an awesome personality. Awesome personality. I enjoy talking to her. And I've had an opportunity to talk and get together with a lot of other women and turned them all down, all of them. At least I would say 100 to 200 different women. Opportunities, totally not interested. Just talk to them, maybe talk over the phone a little bit. Got together with one other a long time ago, but just not interested more than that. I just don't care. I literally just delete their numbers and just I talk to them for a little bit and then I just am like just not interested. There's no uh there's no vibe. There's not even a vibe. Some like you if you have a like a negative vibe or a positive vibe, you can kind of gauge it from there. There's literally zero vibe. It's like dead. There's no life in the communication. Um maybe glimmers of it here and there, but it fizzles out very quickly. And I could, the old Adam would pursue it and try to, build more of a spark or whatever, but I'm just not interested. I just don't care. I really don't care at all to do that. I don't have any tolerance, if somebody wants to, I don't want anybody chasing me. Definitely don't want that. I don't like that. That's a huge turn off. I had one other lady who was like, and like really good looking lady and nice, but she's chasing me and just, I'm turned off. Like, just go away. Leave me alone. Um, so I don't want anybody chasing me, but pursuing me, yeah. Like making an effort to pursue me is awesome. Like this girl who has an awesome personality pursues me, doesn't chase me. It's great. Um, but it just there's nothing else besides that, besides the personality. So at least now I have one thing that she's shown me, which is awesome, and I'm so thankful for this, is that she's shown me the type of personality that I actually am looking for, um, which is huge, which is huge. Now, also, granted, it's just the beginning. I've learned, I'm not sure if you've learned this, but I've learned when it's just the beginning, everybody's all nice. I had a boss, the bakery that I used to run. I had a boss that he would always say, a new broom sweeps well. It's a great analogy. So she might be nice now and all sweet now, but who knows? After, a few more months, a year and a half, 2 years, she might be a real piece of garbage. I have no idea. And she could still be like really awesome, really sweet. I don't know. But I'm not really interested to go further and to build a little more intimacy to find out. Not really interested. And I think she's getting that vibe. I think so. Um, but she's still pursuing, which is nice. And if there were like the other stuff that's important, the physical attraction, the emotional attraction, um, if there's more of that stuff, then I'd pursue it myself. But there just isn't, and to no fault of her own. It's not her fault. It's just she's not my type in that way, which sucks. It really does suck because I kind of wish she was, but she isn't. She isn't. That's the truth. I haven't told her that though, because I think it would be heartbreaking to tell somebody that. So I just tell her that she's really sweet because she is. I just tell her that she's a really sweet girl and that I appreciate her and I thank her. And but I wouldn't tell her all that other stuff because I think I'm already a harsh person as it is. I don't need to do that. And there's no use. It doesn't benefit me in any way to say something like that to her. So yeah, I'll just leave it as it is. And if she asks, I'll just say, you know what, I'm not ready to get into anything intimate with anybody at this point, which is true. I'm just not. I'm not anywhere even close to there. I got to figure out so many other things first. So many other things. Right now, just taking it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, one moment at a time. By the way, I've been doing a push-up challenge. If you happen to connect with me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm doing a push-up challenge. The push-up challenge is to do 123 push-ups. To get to 123 push-ups every single day, I'm at 104. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, but yeah, I want to get to 123. I'm on day not well. I've been doing it for quite some time. I actually haven't been keeping track how many days I've done, but I've been putting together the videos and posting them on Instagram. So I put together video for day 8. So each day I record myself throughout the day multiple times because I don't do all 104 I didn't do all 104 all at once. I do it, gradually throughout the day. I'll do a bunch of sets in a row. I'll take a break for a little bit, and then I'll do another bunch of sets in a row, and then take a break for a little bit, and so on. And I'll just record it each time that I'm doing it, and then I'll put together, just clips of each set, so nobody has to see the parts in the middle that I'm just basically, stretching and taking a break for a moment, because I don't even think anybody really wants to see me doing push-ups anyways. However, which is really interesting, is on my Instagram, I've got about 20-25 people that watch me do push-ups. They watch those videos, which I find very interesting. I don't know why. I don't even know why I guess just that's what they want to do. Whatever it is, what it is. I don't know why anything is the way that it is, most of the time. I just sort of go with it, and I just try stuff. And one thing I have noticed, though, that always, whenever I have an idea for something, if I just stick with it, one thing somehow leads to something else. Um, and oftentimes it leads to like interesting opportunities. So I'm trying to stick to these ideas that I have. I think, not always, but a lot of times I believe that I have really good ideas for things, but the follow through is really garbage. A lot of times my follow through is just really not very good. Um, I get demotivated, and again, a lot of it has to do with that voice in the back of my head. And I can't blame my father for this, completely, but there's definitely, a side of this that is always in my head from him. But I got to fight it. It's not easy. Not easy. A lot of days I just can't do it. I can't fight it. And I can go days and just not able to do anything. But today, here I am. I'm doing this. What this will amount to, I will have to say that I have to go with the expectation that it will amount to nothing. I think I got to start doing that more, because a lot of times I get excited and I get hopeful. That's the thing with me. I get really hopeful with stuff. I don't want to be so hopeful. I don't want to be so hopeful, because then I tend to get let down when things don't work out, amount to very much, to amount to anything. I get really disheartened by that, and it puts a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to have zero expectations of anything. Just do whatever, and if something happens from it, cool. If something doesn't happen from it, whatever. And who cares either way? I really want to go in with that kind of attitude, at least with this. If I put together more videos, awesome. If I don't, cool. If I get subscribers, cool. If I don't, whatever. If Just whatever. Just a whatever attitude. Definitely. So those are my thoughts right now. What else has been going on with me that I want to share with you? Besides just the same stuff like teaching, I'm still teaching a lot of music. Uh, my buddy, I talked to him yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and my friend that does martial arts online, and he's got about 150 students he's still doing every month, which is amazing to me. Because I'm down to like 40 or 50. Which, listen, I'm not complaining. 40 or 50 students a month is still great online. Plus, all the other stuff I do, it's still good. But he's at 150. I mean, I was doing 460 students, so I'm trying to figure out like where in the world I went wrong. I don't know if it's because like people just are not that interested in my classes anymore, or if my teaching style is not suitable, or if the vibe isn't good, or if the price isn't right, or I have no idea. And I try to talk and find out information from the parents and from the students, and there's little to no response. And if I do get a response, most of the time it's like, no, everything's good, everything's fine. We're just really busy. Um, so okay, all right, and I asked him, is it something that I've done? If it's something that I've done, hey, I want to know. I'm cool. Like, seriously, if there is something that I've done that I could do differently to make things more fun, more interesting, more engaging for my students, I want to do it. Tell me, and I'll do it. If it's easy to do, it's usually, I would imagine anything that somebody would ask me to do, if they want me to do things a little bit differently, I'm pretty flexible. I have no problem switching things up, changing things around a little bit. It's not difficult, but I've gotten a little bit of feedback from some parents here and there, so I've changed it up for their kids. Um, but then it doesn't really go anywhere. So it doesn't really go very far. So I don't know. Again, this is just me. Just do whatever. Just do my thing, and whatever happens, happens. What else can I do besides that? I guess, right? So that's what's going on. I have a project, a new project that I'm getting up and running with a guy that wanted to invest in. He gave me there were a couple opportunities where he wanted to buy into some restaurants, have me run them, and then I would have a share in the business, and I would pay back either a portion of the money that was invested or all of it potentially, or whatever. And I turned down the opportunities because I just didn't really want to be in the restaurant industry anymore. But anyways, I approached him on an idea that I have, and I don't want to go too much into the idea right now. But I have an idea for a business. I approached him, and he seemed really interested. And I spent a good amount of time yesterday using Upwork. I'm not sure if you've ever used Upwork. Uh, Pretty good site. And I messaged about, I think yeah, it must have been five, because you get like 5 messages a day. So like you can send out 5 brand new initial messages every single day to potential freelancers. So I sent out 5 messages and spoke to these freelancers for some work that I need done. And yeah, so I got a little bit done yesterday with that, which is good, But who knows? We'll see. I mean, I'll let you know once things, if things, again, the attitude is like no expectation, but if things somehow move forward in some way, um, then I'll let you know. I'll let you know more about what this project is. For now, I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to reveal really anything about it at this point. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. But I do promise that if I do another video, if I do more videos, then I will, and I get to the point where there's something being actually built, and I get in front of a client, and I uh, make a sale, then I will let you know what it's all about at that point. But for now, I'm not going to do it. For now, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep myself quiet about it, and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing. That's 100% what I'm going to do. And that's about it. I mean, I don't think there's anything else that's really going on with me. Oh, my grandmother. So my grandmother, by the way, is 98. 98 is crazy. I have 2 grandmothers. They're both still alive. One's 98 and the other is 95, I believe. I feel bad. I don't remember exactly how old she is, but they're like unbelievable. It's crazy. I can't believe they're strong. Their genes are strong. You know, my 98-year-old grandmother, her 25% of her heart is still working. Only 25%. She's still going. She can't do very much, obviously. She can walk a little bit, and then she gets exhausted from just even walking. A lot of times she's exhausted from just talking. But she's still around. So my aunt, this is my father's grandmother, by the way. So my father's sister, my aunt, she sent out an email saying that my grandmother set up a Signal account. That she set up a Signal account for my grandmother, and now I can video call her, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll do some of that for sure. That'd be nice to do. I haven't seen her face in a very long time, since before COVID hit. So it's been a little while. It's been a little while. So it'd be nice to do that. She's in a home now. She was on her own. She was independent for up until, I think it's been about a year and a half that she's been in a home. Probably not even, actually, not even that. I think about not even a year that she's been in a home. Like She just recently, she was for up until 97, she was pretty independent. I mean, my aunt was going over, my aunt is a nurse, so my aunt was going over and helping her out with some of the stuff here and there, of course. Um, but she was still, living at home, doing things at home alone, uh, until she had her last heart attack. And then, yeah, she had to go to a home and be taken care of because now she needs somebody there all the time, constantly. And she can't even, make her meals, and she needs to be taken care of for sure. So that's what's going on. That's what we all get to look forward to if we make it that long. I definitely don't think I'm going to make it that long. Definitely not. But who knows? Again, zero expectations. Maybe by that point, they'll have some sort of ability to change how long you live for, or reverse aging, or stop aging, or you just keep aging, but you don't, they have enough medical advances that you can just stay alive somehow. Maybe they take your brain and they can put it into a computer, because a lot of people are trying to develop that technology, right? You put your brain to a computer and then you can kind of live on forever virtually. I don't know. Maybe we all live, maybe that's what the metaverse will become eventually. We all live on forever virtually, like in a metaverse, and we can feel as if we still have a body and a consciousness, and we have this ability to kind of do stuff and move around in an environment and all that stuff. But we're really just a brain in a computer. Maybe we're just a brain in a computer now. Who knows? Right? Simulation theory. I don't know if you believe in simulation theory at all, but I think it's an interesting concept. The Matrix and all that. I don't know what I think of all that. I don't know what I think of that at all. So, yeah, the push-up challenge. I've been doing that. It's been going pretty well. I was actually exercising with a buddy of mine, Neil. He's a good guy. Neil is a really good guy. Definitely has become my closest friend. All my other really close friends, we've really lost touch. But Neil and his wife and his kid, like, they've become almost like family now, in a way. It's really, really nice. So he was coming over here, and we were walking up and down the stairs. I'm in a condo, so we're walking up and down the stairs like 20 flights. We do like 2-3 times in a row. That was really, really tough. But he's not feeling so well, so we haven't been doing that. So I really should either do that more, or I should get outside and walk around, because again, the motivation thing. Besides doing the push-ups, because I think I believe I'm accountable to the people that, I said on Instagram that I was going to do this every single day. I was going to do the push-up challenge for a whole month, 31 days would be the month of, and I'm still doing it though. I'm still doing it. I'm doing it for more than 31 days, but I'm going to post it up for 31 days, a video, and of me doing the push-ups. And I promised my very, very, albeit extremely small audience on Instagram that I would keep doing that. And there's people that are watching, so it holds me accountable. When there's more people involved, I definitely get the sense of being much more accountable. It's not just me involved anymore, it's other people. When it's just me left up to my own devices, that's when the follow through really suffers. When there's other people involved, that's when I keep going more. I have to get more people involved. And that's why I wanted to do this project with this guy. Because if he's involved, I will have that sense of accountability a lot more. If it's just me by myself, figuring it out by myself, and it's left all up to me, I'm not going to follow through the same way. I'm likely not going to follow through the same way. I probably won't. So I need people involved. Good people though. Good people involved. Like positive, good, interesting people that are exciting to be around. they need to be involved, because if they're not involved, then yeah, I'm also not going to do it. Even if it's just people, if it's just people and they're not good people, I'm just figure out a way to get away from them. They have to be solid, good people for sure. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's what's happening with the exercises. Uh, but my diet is the one thing that I'm always really consistent about. So every day, I really only have been having 2 meals a day at this point. So I intermittent fast, and then at about 2 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock, sometimes 1 o'clock, but usually somewhere around there, 1 to 3. So we'll say 2. Around 2 o'clock, I will break my fast, and I will eat some Greek yogurt, some mixed nuts. I was doing hemp seed and hemp seed and chia seed in there as well, but I've left that out for now. And some frozen fruit. I let the frozen fruit kind of melt so you get like all the juices and everything into the yogurt, and some bran buds. The longest time I was having some serious issues in the washroom. It was bad, really, really bad. Let's not go into crazy detail, but it was not good. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to up my fiber intake. So I added the bran buds in, and instantaneously the next day, it's like night and day. It's been like night and day. It's been amazing. Bran buds, so good. So those are not coming out of my diet anytime soon. And I'll have 2 eggs and an apple and a banana and an avocado. That's my breakfast. I have a nice big breakfast filled with all kinds of healthy fats and fruit and protein. And then I'll wait until I'm super feeling pretty hungry again, which is going to be soon. So I'm already starting to get there. And I'll eat again around 6 o'clock. And I'll always have either like a soup. Usually a soup is some sort of like a vegetable lentil soup with like some salmon or chicken or a steak, some sort of meat there. But a lot of times I'll also skip the meat and I'll just have soup. I was doing salad for a long time, but I don't want to do salads. Soups are great. So I'll make like a huge pot of soup and it'll last me, a few days, and I'll eat a bunch of that. But I actually made, this time I did vegetable quinoa. So that's what I'm going to eat. And then I'm also going to have either a can of tuna or salmon. That's it. That's all I eat. That's it. That's it for the whole day. And then I won't eat again. Maybe I'll have like a little snack of some sort, like something small, if I have something around, but a lot of times I won't eat at all. So it'll be about like, finishing by 7-8 o'clock, and then won't eat again until 2 o'clock the next day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So there's a lot of times where I'm just so hungry, but I force myself not to eat. I don't know if that's even good to do or bad to do. It's just what I'm doing. For now. I've been doing that for a long time, though. I've been intermittent fasting for a long time. It's been years. And so far, so good. So far, it's been great. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to keep doing it. And it's been the same thing every day. I was doing the salads. I was doing like huge salads, huge salads, tons of vegetables. But then, yeah, I just decided I didn't want to eat raw vegetables anymore. I'm liking the cooked vegetables a lot more. I really am. And then also, I got to make a salad every single day. Whereas this way, if I do the soup, I can make one pot of soup, last me 3-4 days. And then that way it's just easy. Throw it in the microwave, done. Simple. And maybe I just have to cook like a piece of salmon, steak, or chicken or something like that. And that's easy. So it's just a huge time saver. It's a huge time saver. I really like to try to figure out ways to be efficient if I can. So, yeah, I don't know. So between all that stuff, that's a lot of what's going on with me. I have a lot more that I'd like to share right now, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do these videos for as long as I feel like it. There's no set time. There's no rules. I'm just going to do whatever. Just do whatever. And if it amounts to absolutely nothing, I don't even care. I really don't. A part of me goes, you do care. You do care? And maybe part of me actually does care, but I don't want to care. I don't want to care. I don't want to care. I just don't. I don't want to care because it goes back to the whole hope thing. Don't have any hope that any of this will amount to anything at all. If it does, awesome, and I'll be happy and I'll be grateful for it and be awesome and be so cool. But I really don't want to have any hope whatsoever. So I'm not going to. And again, this might be the last video. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe this is the last video. But for now, that's it. Thanks for coming on by. If you stayed the whole time watching this, unbelievable. But I can pretty much guarantee that nobody is staying for this long. Nobody. And that's fine. It's all good. I got to just say that stuff that was on my mind and just at least pretend in my own head that somebody's actually watching this. And for the moment, at least, that brought me some sort of joy, which is kind of weird. It's kind of twisted in a way that brought me some kind of joy, just kind of pretending that somebody's actually listening to this. This is weird. That's really weird, right? That's really weird. I'm just crazy. I'm crazy like that. Anyways, that's it. Thanks. See ya, I guess.